truth hurts. There's no way around it.
So there it is. Queensland have won it. 6 series in a row.
Motivation, it's a powerful tool. Look at him, the king. Just look at him. His grandparents live a few blocks from the old Lang Park, and he'd come here as a kid, before the origin concept, and pray the second-rate Queenslanders scored a try. Just a try against the almighty Blues, and never win a match against New South Wales from 1959 to 1980, the year State of Origin begins. 31 origins for Queensland, 30 as captain. Through the 80s, early 90s, this man owned Origin, became royalty, the 5/8 of the century. Andrew Johns is just 6 when Wally plays for Queensland on opening night. He spends most of the 80s watching the Maroons dominate the way the Blues once did. At 15, in 1989, as the King scores this legendary try, Joey signs with the Knights. He's to become half-back of the century.
Andrew Johns scores.
Fast forward to ANZ Stadium, Sydney Game 2, 2005. The night Andrew Johns paints a masterpiece destined to live forever in Origin folklore.
Johns. Dummies! He breaks the line! Johns has gone to the 20. To Johns, off his right foot try. Johns is dominating.
Just the other night, Gus Gould spoke to the Blues for the first time in a long time, telling them a home truth. Forget this mate against mate baloney. Your name's on Queensland's whiteboard and they're out to get you. They've won 6 series straight and they'll never tire of winning. So now it's up to you. It's simple. It's about Brett Stewart versus Billy Slater, Boyd up against Uarte, Morris and Inglis, Hodges, Jennings, Hayne versus Tate, Thurston and Carney, Pearce and Cronk.
And he dummies and goes, and Cronk is in.
It's Big Matt Scott up against an even bigger Jimmy Tamu. Forget their Cowboys teammates, get over it. It's Farah versus Smith, Gallen and Sivanasiva. It's the Maroons' back row of Thaiday, Miles and Harrison against the Blues, Lewis, Glenn, Stewart and Bird. It's who steps up best off the benches, who gets real, gets going, toughens up, just kick the ball deep and chase it like it owes you money. Make the tackle, and when you make that tackle, make it hard. Hit the gap, be first to the loose ball, last to run it up. Make the man next to you believe in you and himself at the very same time. Do it like Joey did, and King Wally before him. Because tonight, all the motivation you need is the truth. Right now, that's what matters. The truth, and who hurts the best.
Tonight we come to you from Melbourne. It's a beautiful city, but it's also cold and miserable out here. Just 8 days short of winter. No worries inside though. The retractable roof is closed and Etihad Stadium's ready to rock.
I'm Cameron Smith, captain of the Queensland Forex Maroons. Tonight's lineup. At fullback, Billy Slater. On the wings, Darius Boyd, Brent Tate. In the centres, Greg Inglis, Justin Hodges. In the halves, Jonathan Thurston, Cooper Cronk. In the back row, Ashley Harrison. Nate Miles, Sam Thaiday. With me in the front row, Matt Scott, Petro Sivanasiva. On the bench, Dave Taylor, Ben Hennett, Matt Gillette, Dave Shillington.
I'm Paul Gallen, captain of the New South Wales VB Blues. Tonight's lineup. At fullback, Brett Stewart. On the wings, Jared Hayne, Aquila Uarte. In the centres, Michael Jennings, Josh Morris. In the halves, Todd Carney, Mitchell Pearce. In the back row, Greg Bird, Glenn Stewart, Luke Lewis. With me in the front row, Robbie Farah, James Tamo. On the bench, Jamie Burer, Ben Cray, Trent Merrin, Tony Williams.
State of Origin for 2012 is underway. Taken down there by Mitchell Pearce, and he's gone away to Gallen. So an early test for the captain of New South Wales, and now away to Greg Bird. Bird lifted high and then put down by the Queenslanders, led by Harrison. Taking it ahead is Luke Lewis, one of 7 captains, club captains in the game tonight. And here is James Tamo, the third only Cowboy to play for the Blues. Tim Brasher, Luke O'Donnell, the other couple. Robbie Farah with the scoot away, and he'll play the ball 5 metres on his own side of halfway. To the boot of Carney, and it's right foot and it's big. Down to Boyd, away from 10, out to 20. New South Wales, good chase, and they make the tackle on the Queensland 20-metre line. Brent Tate going in, so winger to winger.
Come back all the way.
Just beyond the 20-metre line. Queensland's end of the park, and that's Nate Miles, one of 5 players only that have been and felt the joy of this incredible dominance of Queensland over the last 6 years. Matthew Scott now playing the ball back, and Slater had to duck in and fill the vacancy at dummy half. And now Sivan Asiva, the great man, driven down. This is the start of the final chapter for Petro. Just 3 episodes left for the 36-year-old front row forward. Now it's Brett Stewart from the back. He's hit on the 30-metre line, finding origin again for the first time since 2008. Uwate.
Made this opening 25 minutes to half hour absolutely crucial. Queensland have led at half time in the last 6 games and been able to defend it on 5 occasions. This is a big period for both teams. Robbie Farah, good space, no marker there. There's a bit of room on the left-hand side.
Bird finding that space and going away to Hayne. He pushes away. He steps up his left foot a couple of times before Billy Slater pulls him down. Over on the 20-metre line, 20 metres in from touch here on the western side. The halves, they combine. Carney's got the ball back on the inside to Glenn Stewart. Glenn playing it down in that bottom corner, and Carney tries to roll the ball into the corner, and Inglis is there. With good anticipation, he's tackled on his own 10-metre line. A chance tonight for Greg to become the greatest Origin try scorer in history. He's level with Dale Shearer going into the game on 12, but watch out for Billy Slater. He's poised on 11 tries just behind him. Sivan Asiva, oldest man on the ground tonight, oldest man ever in Origin. He breaks the record tonight of that set by Alan Langer. And so it's gone across now to Jonathan Thurston in the number 6 jumper, and Greg Inglis has got the ball. Inglis about 7 or 8 metres on his own side of halfway, playing it back to his captain, and then a long ball away to find Thurston, who was standing very, very deep, and taken on the run by Hayne. He brings it back strong to the 40-metre line. Mitchell Pearce is the dummy half now. And Luke Lewis again. Losing the ball, referee said to play on. Scooped up quickly by Jennings.
He's got a late call. They're going back for a knock-on. First error of the game.
I think the first one was all right. It might have been a bobble from Jennings in to play the ball. I've got to say it's only early, but James Tamau has already made a difference to the go forward in this New South Wales side. Here's Jennings just in under there. There's a little bobble there once he lands.
Ben Cummins, Matt Checken in charge of this game as Slater joins in down the short side. Cummins has done one Origin. Checken is on debut as Matt Scott rolls it up, and he will play the ball just
He's
on
lost
New
it,
South
right?
Wales, and it's come away from his possession to New South Wales, and the man that Gus was talking about, Tamo, he's pulled down 7 metres into Queensland territory. So Bird just just outside 30, the Titan. And then to Carney, an inside ball again to Glenn Stewart. They're working on that right side. A little bit like Foran and Cumberland. Carney linking up with Glenn over on the right side. So the Blues are 15 metres away from the Queensland line, with the captain playing the ball. And coming away is Farron and going to Pearce, and he swings it out the back. Brett Stewart has taken around the bootlaces. A good tackle, Justin Hodges. Pearce gets the ball to the ground. Farah drops it on his left foot. Uwate will jump high. They come down with the ball. Uwate has scored. Uwate, I think, has got a try for New South Wales. They're going upstairs. They will examine the aerial contest. But I think Aquila has scored an Origin try. His second, in fact.
Well, it's been a very positive opening 6 minutes from the Blues. They've played good field position. Just checking upstairs to the chasers. They appear to be okay. There's no doubt Uwate was well behind Robbie Farah. And what they'll be looking for here is to whether the ball has been propelled from Aquila Uwate into the defender, Greg Inglis, or Darius Boyd. That would constitute a knock-on. We'll have to have another look at that. There is a touch of doubt there still.
I think it's all come off Darius Boyd.
Here it is, it's a try! Aquila Uwate has scored the first try of the series, the first try of the night, his second at Origin level. And Carney will attempt to convert from 10 metres in, 20 metres out. Dally M, winner of the year. A couple of years ago, he misses with the attempt. The joy for New South Wales. In the box, the first Golden Boot winner ever, Wally Lewis, and the 1987 Golden Boot winner, Peter Sterling. And if there was a golden clipboard, I guess he'd have to get it himself. The big fella sitting next to me. So, the Blues are away to a 4-0 lead. Carney admonishing himself at missing the kick. So, Tamo, who's been good, with what I think is about his third carry, but they've all had a lot of service. And they've been inspirational, and this bloke, Farah, has been the benefactor of two of them so far. Gallen short to Lewis. Side and Cronk making the tackle. It's gone from Jennings and dummy half, and again the kick comes from Farah. High into the air, and Billy Slater comes down with the ball on his fingertips. A beautiful take.
Well, he actually mistimed it, and it was an incredible late reaction to gather that in. He's almost on the way back down, and then he's had to reach back over his head. He doesn't miss.
I think there's a little bit of relief on a lot of Queenslanders' faces at the moment. They feel pretty comfortable. What their plan will be straight away, though, is to have ball control. They turned over 2 drop passes in an entire week's training, but pressure adds a little bit more. Now they've just got to get themselves into good field position and be safe.
Justin Hodges with the ball, making that desperate tackle to cut down Hayne a couple of minutes before the try was scored. Cronk puts the kick in the face of some pressure from Pearce, taken by this wonderful athlete Uwate. He's tackled on the 20-metre line, pulled down over there by Darius Boyd, and the ball is now with Josh Morris. Josh, of course, repping for New South Wales in the same year as he did for Australia in 2009.
And also playing on the different side to what he does at club level for the Bulldogs.
Played there by Brett Stewart. And look at the blind side. The Farah goes straight up the middle. The West Tigers captain plays the ball, and Hayne is over there to take a run. And it's not a bad run either. It's about 12 metres of ground gained. And now New South Wales appealing for a penalty. Jonathan Thurston is down, slow to get up. Ball goes to Pearce, and up she goes. And Slater's missed it completely. And Tater's got the ball, and he's been barreled in goal.
Well, he does miss, Billy Slater. Not often. Fortunately for Queensland, Jonathan Thurston is back on his feet, but still receiving some attention, and there's why. He's been hit by Jared Hayne. It's Billy just getting his jump wrong tonight.
It's quite extraordinary how far he missed that ball by.
Stay behind.
It's all New South Wales at the moment. The speed of their play, the speed of the play of the ball. Queensland have just got no answer in this early stage.
Gallen on kick reception. He'll play at 35 away from the Queensland line. Blues have not won the first game in the series since 2008. In fact, in the 18 games played in the last 6 years, they've only won 5 of 18. There's Gallen now trying to pump it up through the middle. He'll play the ball 19 metres out from Queensland's try line. And Carney goes across, and then he gives it on to Brett Stewart, who gives it out to Josh Morris. And Morris will play the ball 12 away from the line now. A similar margin in from touch, but the ball has travelled now to the middle of the ground, and Farrer got it away to Pearce, and Pearce to Carney. Carney's off his left foot and pulled down. 8 metres away by Brent Tate. Last tackle then for the Blues, and Jennings fires the ball away to Pearce. He gets the kick in. It's almost a replica of the earlier try, but Inglis it is that comes down safely with the ball.
Yeah, nice positive grab there from Greg Inglis. He's seen a try scored from the ball. He's seen Billy, stuff one up, and all of a sudden it's coming at him. He says, I've got to make this grab, and the great player does it.
Boyd. Just inside the 30-metre line. Queensland almost ambushed by New South Wales in the opening exchanges of this game. And bedazzled a little bit, I would imagine, by the ferocity and the speed of New South Wales. This kick gives them some relief. Brett Stewart's off his own line.
Yeah, that's an excellent kick from Cameron Smith, just trying to turn the momentum of the game. Blues players still coming back on side. He kicked early, he kicked from dummy half, so all the chasers were on side, and he kicked long.
Duarte running away from the southern end of the ground with a try in his pack. Carney failing to convert. Try coming at the 6th minute. Aquila Duarte scoring for New South Wales. And it is Jennings, first player in almost 30 years to be chosen for Origin from reserve grade. Here's Hayne pressing the button. Taken by Thaiday and by Harrison. Now with Pearce, he chips it over the top, and a running Billy Slater brings it down 20 metres out from his own line, gives it to Boyd. Boyd comes to Lewis. He beats Lewis. He steps out of the tackle. He floats the ball across. It's gone to Justin Hodges down the right side of the ground, and Hodges is able to get the ball away. Back to Darius Boyd, supportive, and he'll play the ball 8 metres on his own side of halfway.
That's great football from Queensland.
Beaten by Tate. Leaving Greg Bird grasping at vacant air. 7 or 8 metres now into Queensland territory. And from Smith it's gone on to Cronk. So Melbourne to Melbourne, and then to Jonathan Thurston, and he finds Greg Inglis. Inglis has fended away from 2, and now he's thrown over the sideline. 15 out from the line.
Well, they were warming Queensland. Billy Slater attacked the kick that came through. He got it on the full, found his winger, and they made inroads down the right-hand side. And then what Jonathan Thurston loves, a player coming up quickly on the outside, going through the line, was Aquila Duarte. But the cover was there in numbers. That's a pet play from Jonathan Thurston, and Inglis in space. Well, no more dangerous sight for the Blues, but I think it's Josh Morris who comes up with the big tackle here to get him over the sideline.
And he did a good job there.
Great defence from New South Wales, but I'm sure Queensland probably would have gained a fair bit of confidence there. I'm sure the next time they shift the ball to the left-hand side, you can count on Inglis targeting the players.
Morris dragged across the ground a little. Memory there of the rag doll with the raging bull. 20 metres out then from the Blues line. It's with Paul Gallen. And he, of course, offside. Penalty goes to the Blues.
Well, it was a long advantage played. Ruling Queensland were inside the 10. He wasn't going anywhere. He was striving to, but plenty of numbers there. The touch finder is a good one. 40 metres out. New South Wales continue a roll.
I was going to say Paul Gallen has been a part of New South Wales and their team since this dynasty started 6 years ago. So his luck may well be about to change. Tamo hit hard and put down.
It was Inglis coming in the centre street court and nailing the front rower.
So now here's Pearce stacking them up on the blind side. And here's Glenn Stewart. The player 12 metres out, the Manly back rower to Josh Morris, to Mitchell Pearce, and now to Greg Bird, and he's off his left foot. Back-to-back winner of Man of the Match awards in Origin. Here is a challenge from Farah. I think he's over.
Held up.
Held up is the call. Wow. He was over, but he was held up.
They have got
tackle.
Queensland so far on the back
Held up,
foot,
mate.
but Queensland just can't get reset in defence before the ball is being played. Farah surging for the line. Origin series are won on tries saved as much as tries scored.
The New South Wales camp go up, and then they know, hang on, we'll wait. The pressure continues. A little kick from Mitchell Pearce at the post.
Oh, gee, it's taken by Cronk, and I thought for a moment Brett Stewart had headbutted the upright. The quick tap is taken by Cooper Cronk.
Oh, if he'd given the ball to Billy Slater on his outside, Billy was just about in open space.
Thurston now. Inside ball for Harrison. Given back to Thurston, and now to Sivanasiva, and Sivanasiva will be dragged down by Jared Hayne, finding himself over in the centre of the ground defending. Played by Petro, and now it's out to Cronk, and then back to Thurston, and the game now to Hodges and on to Tate. And Tate is streaking down the right side. Pulled down 20 metres out. A couple of metres in from our western touchline. It's gone from Hodges long. Thurston, and then away to Smith, and across to Cronk, and Cronk on to Slater. Melbourne really featuring in that play. 25 away from the New South Wales line. It was Cameron Smith taking it to 12 metres. New South Wales on the defensive at the moment. Cronk, the kick is good, and up they go. It came down. I don't know whose hand it came off, but the referee does.
Yeah, 10 now, 10.
And he's ordered turnover. It came off Justin Hodges.
Hold it, boys.
Well, there's a little reminder of Origin right there. New South Wales just a little disappointed at the no-try ruling to Robbie Farah. Moments later are defending their line, and Queensland come up with their best set of 6 of the game. That's how quickly they're going to turn defence into attack, and how quickly this game can change.
Played by Luke Lewis inside his own 20-metre line, and the 14 is out there for New South Wales. Tamo has come off, and New South Wales sending Trent Merrin into the game. And ball played just outside the 30-metre line for Greg Bird to again have a look at maybe a little hole in the defence. He found one earlier, and this is Merrin now with his second touch.
And now Meninga about to answer in kind. David Shillington on the sideline. You'd think Tetro Sivanasiva, the man to be replaced. Last tackle. Had a short side through Mitchell Pearce, who deliberately kicks for touch, and will find it. About 12 metres out.
Scrum goes down, locked in there for a little while. Cronk eventually giving it to Slater, coming down the right side corridor, and he plays it back for Hodges. And Hodges is outside the 20-metre line. He's put down by 3 New South Welshmen. He's repeating the first try coming at the 6th minute for New South Wales off a bomb. That's Matt Scott really being hit by the defence of the Blues, but he took it well, and then he answered. It's a penalty now going against Mitchell Pearce, and there's a little bit of a set 2. It's probably more than a little bit of a set 2. It's spilling over and it's breaking out in several parts of the ground. 12 now, I think.
Mitchell Pearce probably fired Queensland up when he went running out of the line, tried to get a shoulder charge there on Scott. They got the penalty because Mitchell Pearce took off too early. Let's see what happens in here. About to walk away, Bird gives him the shove. Well, Queensland won't put up with that. And in they come. Now, there's a lot of maroon jerseys there. The Blues will arrive en masse. Yep, Origin footy is back on your screens, folks.
Oh, that's Michael Jennings come over the top. I thought it was an air swing, but he's actually connected with Brent Tate.
Wait, Paul, wait, please wait. Paul, please wait.
Let's have a listen to all of this. Crowd loves it.
You come running a distance that had nothing to do with you. Off you go.
No, it's Sin Ben. Sin Ben.
I know it is.
It's that guy they've been running for years, doing that.
Yeah, mate. Okay.
So if you're going to play
Michael
10
Jennings.
metres offside, you've got us back 13 metres.
Mate, same happened up the other end of the field. It was the same as happened here. Oh, enough. Who we got, Sean?
That is a big call. Jennings off to the sheds. 17 minutes before half-time.
He's gone to the bin for running in. You're very lucky you're staying on, okay? Away you go. Original penalty stands for offside. Come on.
We'll see the New South Wales defence sprint out of a line. Important that they don't come out and leave gaps for Queensland.
This is Shillington. His fifth Origin. Big man from Canberra. Friday goes on and it's gone through Cronk and finding Miles, who play it on the 30-metre line, down the middle of the ground. Can they capitalise on all of that? And now playing against 12 men. Ashley Harrison, 21 metres out. To the short side, Smith. To the open side, Inglis. He comes across and goes behind Scott and gets it away to Thurston. It's gone on to Slater. Slater on to Brent Tate. Brent Tate, oh! Missed it, I fancy. That defence has been superb.
Sideline here, please.
He had some work to do, Jared Hayne, but I think he has got there in time to push Brent Tate into touch. Brent Tate pinned the ears back. Hayne.
Well, hang on a moment.
No, he's put the ball down.
No, he's put the ball down on the line anyway.
Well, there's a no try signal.
I think, Peter, that the problem here is he ran in and threw a punch. He didn't run in. He didn't run in to stop the fight or protect the teammate. He actually ran in and threw the punch. New South Wales had to know that Queensland were going to come up on this side because that's where Jennings was defending. So they were a man short there, and they did really well to scramble back and protect their corner post. They've dodged a bullet there. They need to hold on to the ball here. Be very careful where they give Queensland back possession.
The younger brigade of referees with just the one match of experience between them. I'm just wondering what Archer and Hayne might have done, or even Gil Harrigan might have done in a similar situation. But as Peter said, and it's a pretty apt way to describe it, it was a club call. But they've certainly laid down the law. You can't come in and get involved as Glenn Stewart tries to put his halfback through a gap, and it's played by Pearce, and it's now down to Gallen, and Gallen, he's able to get the ball away, and Pearce was there. He gave the ball back to Cameron Smith, and who's got it to Billy Slater? And Slater is tackled 40 metres out from his own line. Thurston then, and they now going to play the ball quickly and get things rolling. Off the back of a mistake from New South Wales, Harrison on the halfway, a penalty goes to Queensland. It's a good period for them.
And a little bit of concern on the Queensland bench as well. Dave Taylor's been forced to race to the Queensland dressing room a couple of times. He's feeling pretty crook. I know that Mal Meninga would like to be able to use him just before the half-time break to inject a lot more power into Queensland's attack.
Well, is he crook or nervous?
Well, he's got to have the run sometime. He'd prefer it to be on the field.
You don't hit us over the head with it.
Queensland is Shillington, taken on the 20-metre line.
Big set of sixes. New South Wales down to 12.
Here is Ben Hannant, yet to be used in Origin as a run-on player. He plays the ball. Harrison swept it on to Tronk, on to Slater. No look at Darius Boyd. Darius Boyd has levelled it up. There was a play. Slater got involved. There was a no-look pass. Boyd has scored. It's 4-all.
It's a beautiful ball from Billy Slater. It's wonderful lead-up. And it was a danger set on the back of a penalty against 12. Have a look at the hands here at close quarters from Billy Slater. Doesn't even look, sees Uarte coming in and knows he's only got to deliver it somewhere in the mark. And Darius Boyd hits back.
25 metres out and coming around, and the flags are in the air. Thurston converts. Darren Lockyer.
Yeah, boys, after that Gallen offload, Pearce looked like he was going to threaten the Queensland line. He turns it over to Cameron Smith, and Queensland straight away turned defence into attack. That's what got him on the front foot. And then as we see in the Keno replay of the tries, a set play off the tap. Great hands, Billy Slater, Boyd in the corner.
The coach is happy as Ben Hannah brings it back to the 20-metre line. It's Dave Taylor getting ready to come on. Finished his toilet duties, apparently. Here's Harrison. Big Dave Taylor, 122 kilos. The heaviest man I think has ever played this game at origin level. Shares a birth date with Mal Meninga. So here is Greg Inglis just pushing and shoving players away. Down to the 40-metre line, the Blues end of the ground to Thurston. And he goes across to Cooper Cronk, short into Thaiday, handed back to Cronk and gone on to Hodges. Hodges gets away from Hayne. And then he's picked up by Pearce and put down. For a moment I thought they were going to put him in a dangerous position, but it's played by Hodges. Now it's come to Cronk, and Cronk goes high into the middle of the ground. Brett Stewart letting Uarte take it. So Aquila brings it back, and he's met there, but they don't stop him until he reaches the 20-metre line. Miles eventually getting the job done. Brett Stewart from dummy half. Jinkson takes it another 10 metres. 35 away from his own line. So they're out of the red zone. It's Josh Morris with the ball. The player just short of halfway. The third tackle is gone. Carney dummy half. Gatlin, another carry for him, the captain. And I think he's had the ball 8 or 9 times. And Farah is able to kick out of dummy half, but he picks up Slater. And Slater goes away to Brent Tate. Another of the players revisiting State of Origin when they probably thought it might have been gone. Here is Inglis getting a final ball from Boyd, but the first tackler never seems to stop Greg Inglis as Taylor gets ready to come into the game. On the halfway line we are with Thurston now for Harrison, and Merrin in 14 is over the top there of Lewis down low.
It's developed into one of the best individual clashes out there tonight on the far side. Greg Inglis and Josh Morris going at each other. It's Shillington 35 out. Centre field can attack either way. They come to the right.
Cronk it is with Friday running decoy, and Slater again no look. It's just catch and pass and battled along the line to Hodges. He's become one of the most accomplished centre three-quarters in our game after a very nervous debut at Origin. The kick into Uarte's corner, and he's come down without the ball. Picked up by Josh Morris, though. And Morris will play it 8 metres away from his own try line. Glenn Stewart settling it.
Well, unfortunate there, New South Wales. Obviously the ruling was a knockback from Aquila Uarte. Could have bounced in a different direction, but it went back to a teammate as Gallen rolls his sleeve up. It's hit up number 10 and gets his side a penalty.
Matt Checken saying that Queensland stayed in there on the tackle player too long, and it would appear that Ashley Harrison is the culprit.
About 1 minute until Jennings comes back into the play, I would say, which means New South Wales can control the ball until they're back 13 on 13. That indiscretion has cost them a try.
It's been the hardest, longest, toughest week on the block so far. Sunday 6:30, see the incredible ruin.
Sorry, Ray, failed to find touch here, Mitchell Pearce.
Wow. Sunday 6:30 the block. So another mistake creeping into the Blues game. Queensland back onto the attack, and Friday gets a short ball away to Cronk. Just outside the 30-metre line. And it's with Thurston. Thurston goes to Taylor. So he'll come at them down the right side. Inglis over on the left side. They go behind Hannett. They go on to Thurston. He dummied to Inglis. He put a kick in. Looking for Boyd. Uarte is there.
Grounded. Hands away now. That's right here. Wait for it. Wait.
So Jennings about to come back into the game. And Brett Stewart tries to rock it away from the Blues line.
Yeah, Uarte, probably the quickest player on the field. He's not really the man that you're going to be able to beat kicking in behind. He's got explosive power to get back. New South Wales now working out again. The skipper leading by example.
Gallen pulling the ball, and Merrin it is that brings it away up the middle to the 20-metre line. Trent Merrin then at 6-4 in favour of Queensland. They responded to the first try at the 6th minute, and they put the ball over the line with Darius Boyd at the 26th minute. And here is Boyd linking up with Slater, and Slater is bombarded, and Boyd has gone down. But Queensland still attacking, and Greg Inglis is able to run a long way before he found a defender. Play back to Brent Tate now, to the 30-metre line. Boyd, meantime, getting some quick attention from one of the trainers as Hammond goes straight up the middle, and now they're just 12 metres out from the line.
That's a great run from Ben Hammond.
Cameron Smith then going behind Shillington onto Thurston, and Thurston jinxed before thinking about giving it out wider behind Harrison. So Thurston is only 5 metres out from the line. Cooper Cronk, he puts a kick in, it'll go dead. And that will take the pressure valve off New South Wales somewhat. Jennings back into the game.
Well, the fizz has gone out of the Blues. They started the game at a rapid rate. Queensland was struggling to keep up, but as they so often do, they've ground their way back into the contest. And right at this moment, it's Queensland with the ascendancy. It's the Blues that are struggling.
Tamo is back into the game.
We just saw a replay of how Darius Boyd the damage there, looked like a flying boot, made a connection, obviously all accidental. As we come into the very, very important 5 minutes into half-time, danger time.
Hayne, 6-4 Queensland, was Carney, and he's lost the ball. Tackle was completed. Todd Carney losing the ball, and he's going to pack a scrum down.
Well, that's a bad couple of minutes for Todd Carney. He was the one that failed to find touch from the penalty kick that put them under enormous pressure, and then he's come up with a fumble here.
He dropped it clear, mate.
Don't expect the Queenslanders to try too much in the early couple of tackles of this set. Very important they get themselves in a good field position. They'll try and cash in with a kick, otherwise get the ball in behind the line and get a restart. This is the pressure play of the game so far.
Okay, Cameron, I need your head in and arms down, mate. Where's your lock? Ben. Okay, Brett, head in, arms down, please, mate. Okay.
Stewart surrounded by the coaching staff, including Bob Fulton. It's Greg Inglis with the ball now.
Just about every scrum win tonight for Queensland. They have gone blindside.
Harrison taken down, 38 metres away. And has come out to Cronk now. He goes across and shows it, and then gives it on to Thurston. Back it goes to Slater, and Slater is tackled low and put down just outside the 30-metre line.
And just for those people who don't watch a lot of rugby league, when I say blindside, on the shorter side.
About 4 minutes to the half-time break. In fact, exactly 4 minutes. Queensland just inside 30, down the middle, and played by Hodges just took away to Hammond with a couple of very strong runs since he's come on. And Ben Hammond from the Broncos plays the ball, and Cronk puts a little kick in. Brett Stewart read it perfectly, and then he found the ground and surrendered. A very wise move. He tried to stand and defend himself. He would have been forced back into the in goal, no doubt. Uarte, 6-4 in favour of Queensland, one try apiece. The wingers that are facing each other have scored the tries. Uarte, right side New South Wales. Boyd, left side Queensland. And here's Jennings, and Jennings half gets himself into a gap, but Cronk closes it with Hodges. This is Tamo again. And And he runs the ball 35 metres out from his own line. This is the last for the Blues. It goes to Pearce's right foot. And he sends it down in the direction of Slater. And Slater comes outside the 20. Passes quickly across to Tate. Brent Tate then. Just inside 30. Plays it back and Slater gets it on to Thurston. Thurston away to Boyd. And Boyd taken down inside the 40-metre line. Magnificent crowd here at Etihad. 55,000. The place is jam-packed as it comes away to Cronk. And Cronk is, picked up and put down. And he's put him in a dangerous position, Greg Bird. And he's been penalised.
Wow.
Dangerous position. Have a look at it, mate.
Hey, this is your first argument.
It is, mate. There's the mark.
Little doubt about that. Little doubt we'll be hearing probably more about that. As a matter of fact, just what part Robbie Farah played in it, I'm not sure. But Greg Bird was the one that was decided he was the culprit. Now Queensland get a chance with under 2 minutes to go to half time, and Big Shillington takes it up to the 20-metre line. Cameron Smith to Ben Hannant. Why wouldn't you go to Ben Hannant? He's been really strong with 3 runs in the last couple of minutes. Taylor, Cronk, Hodges. And Hodges looking to unload and at the same time confronted by 4 New South Wales defenders. 5 metres out, Smith goes long out to Cronk behind Friday. Thurston has got players everywhere. Boyd again. Darius Boyd has scored a double. Jonathan Thurston, he had them mesmerised. Darius Boyd crosses 3 seconds.
Well, if anybody thought that Queensland were going to be able to achieve success minus Darren Lockyer, take a look at the work that JT continues to construct for the Queensland back line. They start the play 2 or 3 metres out from the line, 2 wide passes. Thurston drifts across, great angle run back inside from Inglis, took a lot of the attention away from the New South Wales defence. That is first class.
The low shot exemplifying the brilliant talents of Jonathan Thurston, who leaps into the waiting arms of Darius Boyd, the try scorer.
Yeah, they've set it up well, Queensland, and this comes from all the years that they have played together at this level. This back line is virtually representing Australia, so whilst a few of them come from different clubs, they do play together quite often, and the Queensland dominance over the years has given them a confidence and a combination that makes them the best in the world. You can't deny that, and the way that they've just prized open that New South Wales right-hand defence has been quite exquisite. They've obviously targeted Uarte. He's made a couple of decisions to rush in. He's held back. They've got him guessing now. New South Wales need to make an adjustment during the half-time break because Queensland will be back again.
Thurston with a replica kick of his first conversion of the Boyd try, and he sends it out on the same plane and he brings it back again. What a wonderful kicker. What a great player. Jonathan Thurston boots Queensland to a 12-4 lead at half-time.